Hello, and good evening.
This is R2D Tech. This is the 12-inch MacBook.
This is the 15-inch MacBook Pro.
So the MacBook 12-inch has a 1.2 GHz Intel Core M processor, which is quite fast. So it'll be fast for lighter tasks such as maybe making a Word document or streaming something on Netflix, but it won't be very good in downloading large videos or playing large games, such as you would do on a desktop computer. The standard version of this computer comes with 8 GB of RAM, but if you want to upgrade it to 16 GB, you can for more power-consuming tasks.
I apologize, it is so warm in here.
This is extremely light. You probably won't even notice it in your daily carrier bag.
In terms of storage, this computer comes with 256 GB, which is quite large, but it can run out quickly depending on how you use your computer. But nowadays, most people use either iCloud or Google Drive. But it also comes in the 512 GB model if you want to download more content.
Apple decided to contain its new butterfly hinges in its keyboard for the MacBook 12-inch. This just means that you don't have to press as far down on the keys to actually type a letter. Many people think that this makes typing much harder, and I have to admit that touch typing is more difficult. But once you get used to the keyboard, I think it won't really make a difference to you. This laptop is relatively small compared to others, and it's extremely thin. It's around 11 inches in length, 8 inches in width, and just around 1 centimeter in thickness.
So now we're going to give you an impression of what the speakers are like on this computer. I think they're really good.
If you change your mind, take a chance on the Thursday night. Take a chance, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me.
So the kind of person who would use this Mac is someone who travels a lot, so they need a computer that's portable and light. Someone who doesn't need extensive power, and also someone who just wants to carry out tasks such as possibly streaming a video or creating a Word document.
The 12-inch LED backlit display has a resolution of 2304 by 1440 pixels at a 226 pixels per inch density. The aspect ratio is around 16:10, which is pretty standard for modern laptops. Personally, I think it's a great vibrant display. For streaming videos and any other tasks you could think of, I think it's perfectly capable.
The battery on this computer is quite good. It has around 5,000 mAh on a full charge, and I found that it can last me up to 10 hours on a normal day. This might include streaming videos, surfing the web, creating documents. But if you were to use it with more power-consuming activities such as video editing, it might last around 6 hours possibly.
In terms of ports, the most controversial thing about this laptop was the fact that it only supported USB-C. If you want a standard USB port, you'll need to buy the adapter. This will cost you around £25. On the other side of the Mac, there's just a standard audio jack. This can be an inconvenience, but Apple relies heavily on their wireless connections here.
Now, although this Mac can't handle everything that the 15-inch Mac can, if you want a Mac that's portable, light, and is fast for everyday activities, then I think this is a great choice. But if you want a Mac that can handle the more power-consuming tasks, then I think you should go for the other one.
So this is the MacBook Pro 15 inches. You can already tell that it's bigger than the 12-inch MacBook, although this may benefit some of the features. This Mac has 16 GB of RAM. This is upgradable to 32 GB, and you can also get an 8 GB RAM model as well. So the base model of the MacBook Pro 15 inch, without the touch bar, comes with a 2.2 GHz i7 processor by Intel, with turbo boost up to 3.4 GHz. The standard model has a 256GB storage capacity, but this can be upgraded along with all the other features that I've just gone over. You can upgrade the processor to a 2.5 GHz Core i7 Intel processor with turbo boost up to 3.7 GHz. Or you can upgrade the processor to a 2.8 GHz Core i7 Intel processor with a 4 GHz turbo boost. Obviously, by doing this, you increase the price of the Mac significantly. The storage options are 256GB, 512GB, and 1 TB of storage, which offers a good range. With this computer, you get an amazing 15.4-inch backlit LED Retina display with a 900:1 contrast ratio. This really brings out the vibrancy in colours, and also having such a large display makes it easy to do tasks like editing and playing large games. So with this larger Mac, obviously the upgrade with RAM from the smaller Mac and also the upgrade in processing power allows you to do more taxing tasks. For example, you can edit videos quite easily, you can play large games like X-Plane, also you can do everyday tasks like Word documents, streaming videos and stuff a lot faster than you might do on another computer. Although this doesn't compare much from the smaller Mac, which also has quite a good processor itself. You'll definitely notice the difference though when trying to do larger tasks. It will seem a bit smoother on this computer than on the 12-inch MacBook. The keyboard on this Mac is one of the traditional Apple keyboards, unlike the MacBook 12-inch, which has a new, more tactile keyboard. So on this Mac you've got two speakers. You've got one here and one here. These are quite large and they provide really loud audio output, but it's also quite good quality. They're a bit bigger than the speakers on the MacBook 12-inch as well. We think the speakers on this MacBook are great, but we'd like to give you the chance to judge for yourself.
I've been there before, but always hit the floor.
This Mac weighs 2.04 kg, making it uncomfortable to hold for a long period of time. Size-wise, this Mac has a height of 1.8 centimeters, a width of 35.89 centimeters, a depth of 24.71 centimeters. This puts it at a quite large size compared to the MacBook 12 inches. Okay, so this Mac has a capacity of 7,000 milliamp hours. This is quite large and is more than the other Mac. Obviously, it's less portable, which may be an issue for some people. This amount of battery life with the screen size on this Mac gives you around 10 hours of battery life in my experience when doing less taxing tasks like creating Word documents, streaming videos throughout the day and things like that. But when doing more taxing tasks like video editing and playing large games like X-Plane, I found that it actually runs out quite quickly, especially because of the size of the display and the brightness which it goes to. I found that the battery dies in around 4 hours or 5 hours when doing high power consuming tasks like those. This may be a bit inconvenient for some people, but obviously when you're doing large tasks like that, you're normally near a power socket anyway, so it should be alright. This computer comes with 2 USB-A ports, 1 SD card port, an HDMI port, audio jack, and 2 Thunderbolt ports. So overall, this Mac is a good option for people that are going to find themselves doing taxing tasks like video editing, large games, and perhaps uploading large videos, especially because it's upgraded speed. But obviously it's a lot larger and it's definitely a lot heavier than the MacBook 12-inch. So if you really don't need these upgrades in the specs to do more taxing tasks, you should probably go with the other one. But if this is something that appeals to you or you need it for your work or something, then definitely go with this one. It makes up for the size and the weight with its power. I was really impressed with the speakers in general. The display was really nice and vibrant as well. Although people say that it's not that portable, it still will fit into a normal size rucksack. In the end, it's up to you, based on what you plan to use your Mac for.
If you want more videos like this, like and subscribe.